Hi guys, welcome back to MJ Performance and something very special for you. Just back from Simpson Race Exhausts, the lovely MJP.
Very dirty.
Yeah, very dirty. The lovely MJP Focus RS development car. And I've got the boss here, Martin, who's going to be able to explain it much better than me. What's been done to this car?
Well, first and foremost, more travelling. Yeah, so
more travelling, yeah.
Well, we come back from WRC for in the North Wales, South Wales, and then I found myself going to South Wales again yesterday to Old School Engineering first to do a pickup, which we'll discuss in another video.
Another video, yeah.
For someone else, for a customer, and then straight across to Slough to Simpson Race Exhaust to pick up our Focus RS development car. Now that's been up there for a little while. So what Matt's done is, as we said was going to happen, this happened a little bit sooner than what I planned really. I wasn't going to do it till next year, but it so happened that there was a spot available, and I thought, because if you see Phil's there, alright, so mainly Phil's is back to have, we call it like a phase 3, I suppose, isn't it?
Phase 3, yeah, we'll go into more detail on that.
We'll go into
soon,
detail on
guys.
that. I mean, the engine's going to come out of that, and we're going to be doing lots of different things. Still, obviously, first and foremost, always be staying on the Revo software. It's not about that, it's not come down for that, that's ample enough. What we're going to be doing is more of a on the engine side of it, okay? And then we'll discuss that with you a bit more, you know, with what we're going to be doing on that. I mean, it's going to be having, you know, meth injection as well, so that'll all be coming in another video. But back to our vehicle. Yeah, so the idea was to get Matt to do that, because we've already done it on the Little Beast and Monty's and yours for the exhaust side of it, but just offer something a little bit different. Now, it's not the same as, you know, the other ones that are on offer. I can offer a Miltech or, you know, whatever, and a Scorpion and Cobra. There's lots of different ones out there, all right. But I just want to do something a little bit different from the experience that we learned from doing it on the Fiestas. It's like no other. It's all handmade. It's all bespoke. People who know where Simpson Race Exhaust are will know the sort of thing he does up there. All right, he wouldn't normally get involved with stuff like that. He's not interested in the road car stuff. Too much hassle. Doesn't want to know. But because of the relationship that we've got with Matt, he'll do it for me. All right, so that's what he's done. He's created a system for this. All right, now there'll be 2 systems on it. There'll be a full straight through system from turbo, 3-inch, and then a repackable rear silencer, 4 or 5-inch tailpipes, okay, all in the top high grade stainless steel, which is second to none. You can see his work online if you go on Instagram or Facebook, whatever. Have a look at his work. You know, it's absolutely, there's well, you're not going to find anything better. I mean, you know, the guys up there are very talented, okay? They work on all sorts, all right? So, as you can see from checking out yourselves. But repackable rear silencer, that's not been done before, so you won't find another Mark III Focus RS out there with a system with a repackable rear silencer. Because what tends to happen is, you'll get a bit of packing maybe, because you don't know, because you can't see inside them, of say your Miltech, your Scorpion, whatever. Once that all burns away, which it will, burns away, disintegrates, goes out the exhaust, you're just left with hollow baffles. Right, that's why they start to sound really like tinny, raspy and whatever, you know, which is okay, that's fine, but I wanted something a little bit different. So to have a repackable rear silencer like we do on the Fiesta, so once that packing burns away, all right, my own personal opinion of it is, if you fully pack a rear silencer and load it right up with packing, it sounds better than having no packing at all. I tried it, I took it out of the packing out of the Little Beast, ran it up, and it sounded horrendous, because it was too tinny, too noisy, and no good, right? So like Matt will say to you, fully pack it for the noise side of it, and then if you go to track days and whatever, you're going to pass the noise test, because it's fine. I mean, that on idle is really reserved and quite pleasant. As soon as you come on the throttle, I mean, I drove that back yesterday, so we didn't know what to expect. We've done a video. There'll be, I mean, when we do the next phase, we'll share the next part of the video to me. So you'll load that. We'll load that up when we fire it up at Simpsons, and because none of us knew what it was going to sound like. Now the way that's been designed, all right, it's not just quickly, you know, knocking up. The Fiesta was more. It was easier because it was just in and out on the exhaust silencer. This is completely different because it's got a twin outlet. All right, they had to actually create a rear silencer. Right, and the baffle system inside, because it's obviously one in and then twins out. All right, so they had to create that. All right, the valve delete, we don't have that silly valve in there anymore. That's gone, useless. That is, it just the problems in stick, drive mode not available, and all this sort of nonsense. So just, you know, get rid of it, and then, you know, put your circuit little fooler in there, and that sorts it out, so it thinks that the valve's open all the time.
Yeah.
All right, you don't want any of that. It's just, you know, why would you want to shut it up? You know, just leave it. You know, you want it flowing all the time. All right, so it was a bit of a test actually. You know, bringing it back. So I'll test it over the next week or so and see what I think. You know, in traffic on the motorway and all that sort of stuff. But I can tell you now that it's pretty crazy, isn't it?
I'd say
but
that.
When it wants to be though, it's a bit like the little beast in your car in Monty's, you know, 2.1. It's driving around, it's fine. You know, when you come up on throttle, that's when you want it to be a bit mad.
Yeah.
And then, but it.
Oh yeah, I mean,
it's
the setup Simpson makes it very civilised when you want them to be. Yeah.
Now I've not heard. It doesn't sound like anything else that I've ever heard on the Mark III Focus RS. It's very deep, bassy, sort of like sound. You know, completely different. So, and it sounds completely different in the car than what it does outside the car. So we've not done any flybys or any outside. We will do that. We'll get the the WRC van to run alongside us, and we'll do some video and some shots of it, and then see what it sounds like on the outside, isn't it? But we'll just give you a quick little glimpse there. So like I said, on the tailpipes, I've asked them to protrude them out because it gives you the option. So there'll be lots of options on it. You can have them, they can be, you know, ceramic coated. That's not a problem at all. We get the guys at Zerkatech to do that, whatever colour you want. Colours that they do, obviously.
Yeah.
All right. And then this is all V-banded. So it's 3-inch. There's lots of V-bands in there. The reason why to put lots of V-bands in for adjustability, right? Because you can put it bang on to where you want, right? And V-bands is more expensive than sleeve fit, but is the best. So you can also have it cat back as well. So if you run a no software or stage 1, you can run it cat back. So we've had a special adapter made up to do that. So there's 2 options here. You know, now all I would say to you guys is if you're going to use DCAT or any of that sort of stuff, which obviously being an MT testing station, you know, that's not some road that we would go down for road use. All right, it's for motorsport use only.
Yeah,
right? So if you wanted to DCAT
guys.
it and you wanted to do some track stuff or whatever you wanted to do, that's entirely up to you. I mean, you know, but it is for motorsport use only. All right, not really for road use, because you will get in trouble if you get stopped.
Yeah.
All right, so that's why we designed cat back. All right, for the very few that want to do that, that's up to them, isn't it? As long as we specify what it's for. All right.
Yeah.
So there's the options, and then you can have, you know, tailpipes can be 4-inch, you know, 4-inch, 4.5, 5-inch, whatever. If 5 inches is the biggest, you go too mad and it looks silly, all right? But that looks pretty good. It fills up the hole.
Yeah.
You know, there's a large hole there, so why not fill it up? I mean, I think Phil's is, well, if you look at them, they're 150 mil, so they're like 4.5 inch. They're 5 inch, all right? So his are pretty level. They're protruding. I prefer them protruding because I think it just sets off, and it's more of a statement having them just sticking out a bit rather than. And it's different. Everybody's got them level on the to the rear diffuser, something a little bit different, and it looks pretty cool. But it's quite interesting because you'll naturally get some flames chucking out the back of that, but not. It hasn't got. We don't get involved with any of them sort of maps, obviously, as you know, Timmy. That's not what we're interested in.
No. It's just the natural characteristics of the engine, isn't it?
Revo Stage 1 software.
Yeah.
So, and Revo don't engineer anything in to do that. So it's doing it because of the exhaust.
Yeah.
And the way it's configured and the way that it's fueling. So if it does it naturally, awesome.
Yeah, brilliant.
You know, it's not engineered in at all to do that. So be interesting what it's like on Phil's Stage 2.
Yeah, it'd be very, very interesting. I know Phil's very keen to have this.
Well, he is very, very keen. I mean, his effectively will be the first one to have the Simpson race exhaust on it, and you know, he's all the way up in Eastbourne. So, and he's he's chairman of the Sussex RS owners group side of it, and he's involved with the Mark III Focus RS only group. Yeah,
well guys, that's all it is. Just an update really for you on the RS. We'll be going into more detail as Martin said in the next video. But fantastic to have it back down. Matt and his team done a great job as always, and we'll be sharing even more with you on the next video on that one, guys.
Yeah, and what we'll do is very soon our website will be up, because it's
November.
November the website will be up and running. Everything will be on there. Timmy's taking care of that himself, and also we don't have to wait for the website. People can pre-order this exhaust once we put all the costings up in what's available and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, we can just take it from there, can't we?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
We'll post it all up anyway, all the information. But anything like this, we don't normally put any sort of like prices on about any of our products really, because a lot of it is like custom made to the customer's requirements. And that's why I say, if you want to discuss anything that we do, whether it be the brakes, the exhaust, anything like that, okay, because every inquiry is different.
Yeah.
All right, so give us a call to discuss your requirements. I prefer to have a conversation with somebody. Maybe I'm just a bit old school, but I prefer to have a conversation with somebody about things rather than tapping away on a keyboard.
Yeah.
All right, so that's just a little bit of
price on application, guys. But,
yeah, it's got to be.
We'll be releasing more details very soon.
Yeah, because also when you're talking to a customer, potential customer, you know, you get a feel for, you know, when you're talking to them about what they're all about and all that sort of stuff, right? I mean, just by talking to them, then if you then get to actually meet them, then even better, isn't it? So
yeah,
there we are.
That's all it is, guys.
I'll let you end it there, mate.
Yeah. Well, as I said, fantastic to have this one back down. And if you want to see more of this, if you want to see more fast forwards, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the link down below for the notifications for our next videos. And if you want to see more like this, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.